cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger. And future stronger you can get started now by saving $28 or more when you join today. You in? We have all the best in-class equipment you could ever need to keep stepping it up. And you can work out your way on your time at any convenient location near you. Most open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends January 31st. See Home Club for details.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Allow me to get a bit sappy. For women, jewelry isn't just a gift. It's a timeless symbol of love and appreciation. You have to get this right. No fleeting trends or gadgets will make the impact. Every time she wears it, every time she gets a compliment, you win. Trust me, guys, you'll get your money worth. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Every home is different. Every family is different. So when it comes to a new heating and cooling system, why not get what fits you best? Get the perfect fit with Bryant. Maybe you need higher efficiency, better humidity control, increased warranty, or all the bells and whistles. Bryant provides options in warranty, brand, comfort, and efficiency while maximizing savings. Call 467-1111 or visit BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Since discovering Limitless Mail, thousands of men have changed their lives. They've experienced more energy, sharper thinking, fat loss, muscle gain, and a boost in sex appeal. Men are loving life again, and it hasn't gone unnoticed. Wives, kids, even coworkers are seeing the difference. Limitless Male is a guy changer. We provide custom treatment plans to ensure both safety and maximum benefits. Don't settle for cookie-cutter solutions. Limitless Male is the powerhouse in men's health. Schedule your free consult.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Welcome into Be a Beacon with Lighthouse on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here's your host, Bill Mitchner.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Be a Beacon. This is our third installment. I have some special guests tonight. I'm expecting this to be a little more fun than it has been just because of the energy that's in here. And we're going to suck Harrison into the conversation tonight since he is our producer and you listeners haven't got to hear from him yet. So how about we start off with introducing everybody here tonight? And I'm going to start with my guy, Elvis. Elvis is one of our former Lighthouse youth, so he's going to have a little bit different of a perspective tonight. So, Elvis, let's start out with what the heck? Tell us your story.
I'm from Lincoln, Nebraska. Graduated from Lincoln High School, and
Go Lynx.
I've always went to the Lighthouse program. I've been there since 6th grade and till now, I could say. But, I even took a field trip there in 5th grade. But, yeah, I've been there for a long time, participated in so many things that the Lighthouse has done for me and stuff like that.
Yeah, but why just stay? I mean, why just stay so long? Because, young people have so many different opportunities in life. And what connected you that long with Lighthouse?
I'd say other than Michelle's great cooking.
Hey, give Michelle that shout out.
Shout out Michelle. Other than the cooking and stuff like that, I mean, it just kind of taught me how to grow, instead of going to the Lighthouse and play basketball every day, I had to do homework. I had mentors telling me, can't play basketball, I got to do your homework. And that's just something as I grow older that I appreciate more and more.
I know. And I happen to be one of those mentors that also stayed connected with you over these years. That was important to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And what are you doing right now?
I currently go to Nebraska Wesleyan, majoring in business and administration. So, yeah.
So what's your future look like then?
Well, I kind of got big dreams ahead of me, but I really want to do real estate. I feel like that's something I could really succeed in and stuff like that. So, yeah.
If I only had some connections around that, I mean, that'd be really weird.
Man. But yeah.
Okay, well, we'll get back to you here in a second.
Gotcha.
We're gonna move on now. We're gonna introduce Mr. Jay Pitts. He happens to be one of my board members and a very good friend of mine. So, Jay, welcome.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that.
Yeah. So, why are you choosing to be a part of this Lighthouse thing?
Lighthouse. I remember Lighthouse. I'm a Lincoln High grad myself.
Go Lynx.
I remember Lighthouse from the inception and what the program was what their goals were. I never attended Lighthouse, but I knew a lot of people that did attend Lighthouse. Obviously, the executive director of Lighthouse now attended Lighthouse, and I've told you numerous times, Bill, that you are the perfect person to lead that organization, because what these kids, the kids that come to Lighthouse, the majority of them have, had roadblocks in their lives, and what that's like, and you've succeeded and you've prospered from that. So the mission, the goals, everything that Lighthouse represents. My thing that I think Lighthouse represents is family. That's the biggest thing I love about Lighthouse. It is a big family, from the staff, the great staff that you have, the kids, the youth, everybody. It just kind of comes together. Even the board members. It's a big, cohesive organization, and I love being a part of it. So thank you for inviting me on to the board. It's been this will be the 10th year. This will be my 10th year being a board member. Isn't that crazy?
We're that old?
Yeah, we are. Look at Gray.
I mean, we are 4 days apart. So.
Yeah, 4 days. Yeah, we are 4 days. Old man.
Back at you.
So, but yeah, I love being a board member. I think that, like you, I've got some connections, and if there's anything a Lighthouse needs, I'm always going to be there to help out. So
yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Yes.
And I'll pay you for all those nice words when we're done, just, when we're off camera. But so what do you do for a living though right now?
I've got a couple of jobs. I'm in law enforcement. I've been a certified law enforcement officer since 1995. This will be my 30th year being certified.
See, you keep talking about these big numbers. Now people are like, man, these guys are old.
This guy's an old dude. Yeah. I got a lot of years on me, but current law enforcement, and also sell insurance for Farm Bureau insurance company. And I've been licensed to sell insurance for about 12, 13 years now. So kind of got a dual, law enforcement is my main job. But the insurance is just a second job I have. And if I can help people out with that, I'm going to do it. So
yeah. And you help people out just even getting into that. And that's a big story in itself.
Yes.
is why, or what took you to that. And that integrity is really what draws me to you on being a close personal friend. Is your word is your bond, and it's unbreakable with you. And that's the kind of representation I want on my board, that filters down all the way to the kids.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. It's been a great thing for me. I love being a part. of the board at Lighthouse. I think I've got a lot to offer. Like I said, I've got numerous connections in the community, and I just love seeing, I love going down to the Lighthouse and just talking with the kids, and you have a lot of the dinners and things that the board members go and serve the kids, and you get a chance to meet these kids, and you get to hear what their stories are, and it's inspirational. I mean, it really is. And my favorite event is always when you go to local store and the kids get $100 gift card for that one. I didn't know what to expect the first time I went to that, but I thought people, I don't know. I mean, these kids, you get $100. What are you going to do with it? And you see the transitioning of these. You'll have a cart. You're walking around with them. They're getting things for themselves, and then it's like they just have this aha moment, and they're like, you know what? I'm going to buy something for my mom. I'll buy something for my dad. I'll buy something for my sister. And it's just so cool to see that these kids think more about their family and others than they do themselves.
Yeah.
And that's what really makes me know that the Lighthouse is, the staff, you guys are doing things the right way, and you're getting these kids prepared for life. So yeah.
Elvis
Excellent.
didn't like that. He hated that.
He
trip.
hated that.
That was
Okay.
we just ran across one of the pictures of one of the first times he went, and it was with Eric Warfield was a part of this one too.
Yeah.
And so he was taking a picture with Eric, and it was really cool to look back over these older pictures and see that stuff.
Yeah.
I just wish he would have been smiling or something. I have to give him a hard time. I mean, we're that close. He can handle it.
I get it.
Okay, so we have one more guest. We'll come back to you here again, Jay, but we have one more special guest. And now Senator George Dungan actually is a new friend of mine that was brought in my circle by my friend Jay Pitts. And so welcome, George.
Yeah, thanks for having me here. I'm really excited to be here tonight.
Yeah, so, you and I've had a few conversations about Lighthouse, and what has piqued your interest about what we've had those conversations about?
Oh man, that's a really good question. So like you said, I'm currently a state senator. I represent legislative district 26, which is Northeast Lincoln. So Wesleyan's in my district. So maybe I'll see you around the neighborhood.
Go P-Wolves.
But my job before I was a state senator was I was a public defender here for Lancaster County. So I worked as a criminal defense attorney for Lancaster County, and I started working in the juvenile unit. So when I first got that job, I was in that unit for about 2 years, a little bit longer maybe. And I really got an opportunity to see some of the needs that we have in the community. A lot of the kids that I worked with, that I represented, had any number of various issues going on, not the least of which oftentimes was things like mental health issues and substance use issues. But a lot of times it was a lot more basic than that. It was, having a place to go, and it was having people who care about them or having a support network. And so, working with those youth, I really got firsthand experience kind of understanding the necessity for places like Lighthouse and seeing that there's not enough of those places around, but B, when those places exist, what kind of positive impact they can have. And so, I wasn't as directly familiar with all of the services until you and I started talking and I got to know you better. But even in that short period of time, talking to you, talking to Jay, it's really evident to me the benefit that we see from all of these opportunities that are provided. And so, that's kind of what piqued my interest. I've always been really interested in working with youth and trying to make sure that we do everything we can to provide a lot of those opportunities. And whether it's something as small as having an after school snack or having somewhere to go with people like you who really, care and actually listen, it can have a huge impact. And so it just, it struck me as something I wanted to get more involved with. So I'm really happy to be here today.
I really do appreciate you being here. And the structure of Lighthouse that makes us so impactful in their lives is that relationships, that we build relationships. And Jay alluded that it starts with the board. You go to a board meeting and Pete, our board president, has to calm our board down. We got to get back to business, guys. I know we're having fun here.
Having too much fun, right? Exactly.
It's wild. It is a very big family unit. And, I hug board members and, it is all the way across. I mean, our board president comes to Lighthouse daily and interacts with the kids and asks stories and gets to know them. What organization does that? I mean,
Right.
most directors, executive directors aren't coming down interacting with kids. They're out doing their business meetings and raising funds and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that. I have to be a part of being with the kids and getting to know them. And you lose touch if you're not interacting with them. And I'm supposed to be helping guide and do programs. If I'm not with them and finding out what they're going through, how the hell can I?
No, that one flies.
That was okay. That was fine.
Whoops. Is that a strike? Is that a strike?
one.
Oh
Strike
boy.
Yeah, but how does that have an effect, right? I mean, I think that kind of attitude, I mean, for lack of a better way to put it, trickles down to everybody you're with, whether it's your employees or the youth that you're working with. I mean, people can tell when you care.
Yep.
And when you have people at the top level of organizations saying, I'm not just going to demonstrate my care by, raising money and doing my job, but I'm going to show up for people. I'm going to listen to people. I'm going to get to know you as a friend or as an actual human being. It just has a massive impact on everybody involved with that. And even in, the few times that we've talked, I've always felt that. And so I really appreciate that you embody that and then try to instill that value in the organization and the folks that you work with there too. So it's very evident.
Yeah. We say love is our change agent. And I can honestly say I love my staff. I love the young people that I serve. That's an important piece to me because I believe that if I'm not showing that love unconditionally to all of the people that I serve, how can they do their jobs to that top level? How can they feel like they're supported to support the young people? And that's a very important piece. And I think I have a great staff. They're very well connected. They love these kids. They will do anything to help them. Sometimes I have to reel it in that, it's that important, but I love that they fight for the young people.
I mean, I talk a lot about love. Love is a verb, not a noun, right? I mean, love is a thing that you have to do. It's an action. And so, the fact that that's kind of your mission statement or what you embody, it really does, I think, have an impact on the fact then that you're not just saying all these things, you're doing them. And you're living up to your mission statement and that kind of stuff. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate having you on the show. We're going to get back to you here in a second because I have one more guest tonight. Harrison. Hey. So Harrison, I know third show, but you've heard a lot over these last couple weeks. So why don't you give me a breakdown of what's piquing your interest in what you've heard so far?
Yeah, I mean, first, I'll just hand the flowers out first. I do respect what you do, and Pete Ferguson as well. I talked to Jay before the show started because both you guys are really good about building up that community, and that's really important because as nice as you and Pete are, you can't save everybody as much as you want to. The way to do it, you build it up small and you expand it out, and I think you guys having that connection just with not only the young people but also with your coworkers, you can build that up, and that'll go and spread and actually have long-lasting effects. So I want to ask you, like 5-10 years from now, what does Lighthouse look like? What do you want it to look like?
Boy,
it's a loaded one.
Boy. So we're going to start with the TIP program. The TIP program, I'd like to have our own building and us run those programs out of there and become a pre-apprenticeship program that leads to apprenticeships. And so our young people can actually have a pathway directly into a trade. And get paid to do that.
That's awesome. That's another one. The first episode we talked about, I think that's just huge because a lot of kids, a 4-year bachelor degree, that's not for everybody, and that's totally fine. And a lot of people got sold that, not because their parents were bad, because the parents generally thought that's the way to go. But there's a lot of kids that they love that trade stuff and they never get shown it. So I think that's just another awesome tool to just, the kids just need to see that different paths that they can take.
Yeah. So the building would be my next level for that, right? Because having our own building for that and our own space to do that.
Absolutely.
And having our partners come in instead of us going out to our partners, that would be amazing. I would also have some sort of educational path that isn't along the traditional lines to give the young people that are struggling to connect to those earlier hours or a traditional route, just an alternative to that. And even maybe a restorative look towards that education. And that's a bigger one, but how cool would that be for us to continue to be that beacon of light to help show a pathway that we're not giving up on you, that here's a safe harbor for you to be a part of.
I think that's what a lot of kids are just looking for too, is like that they finally trust that this person generally believes in their talent. It's not just fluff. Like a lot of kids, I think they just kind of need that. And that's another, great thing that Lighthouse does, great thing that Pete Ferguson does. Just show kids, it's like, I know you're young, but there's no reason you can't be great right now.
Right. And that's not a dig on the school system. The
No,
school
not at all.
system is obviously working and connecting to thousands of students, but we do have kids slipping through the gap, and they need the same kind of opportunities for a future. And that's what I'm talking about, is hitting those kids that aren't getting those opportunities.
Absolutely. And if you guys want to join in here before we throw to our first break here, 402-464-5685. That is the Sartor Heyman text line. Bill, you got anything else before we throw to our first break here?
I think we're ready for the break.
Absolutely. Don't go anywhere. This is Be a Beacon with Lighthouse. We'll talk to you guys on the other side.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, a slight chance of snow showers throughout the day. Otherwise, mostly cloudy and breezy, and a high near 38. Tonight, a slight chance of snow early. Otherwise, partly cloudy with the low near 11. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and a light breeze, with a high near 26. The meteorologist kind of look like 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today. Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger. And future stronger you can get started now by saving $28 or more when you join today. You in? We have all the best-in-class equipment you could ever need to keep stepping it up. And you can work out your way on your time at any convenient location near you. Most open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends January 31st. See Home Club for details.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Shouldn't the landscape around your house reflect the architecture as well as the interior? Whether it's new construction or breathing life into an outdated landscape, let the teams at Tailored Landscapes, Tailored Lights, and Tailored Life combine as your local source for outdoor living. Schedule a meeting with one of our designers who listen during our consultations and combine your preferences, plus our experience to give you a timeless, sustainable, photo shoot-worthy landscape. Call us at 402-432-2572. Find us on any social media or at www.tailoredlandscapes.com, because when you find one company, you find the benefit of three.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
If you're sick of catering from the same places every month, it's time to switch things up. Mulberry Barbecue is perfect for business lunches and dinners, family gatherings, holiday parties, wedding receptions, rehearsal dinners, and so much more. Delivery and full service options are available, and they can cater for anything from 10 people to 500 people. Call them at 402-937-7114 to hear their menu options and get your catering booked today. Mulberry Barbecue, located at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Now back to Be a Beacon with Lighthouse on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. As you see, I told you it was going to be a little bit more fun this time, and we had a vibrant break. So I'm going to start out with Elvis, though, again. And Elvis, my first question for you, and I think I'm going to also ask Jay the same question so he can think about it, but I want you to narrow down and think about your favorite moment at Lighthouse.
Piggyback off the last conversation when he talked about the $100 gift card shopping. You know, it wasn't really about the $100 in my opinion. I mean, it is $100, but as a kid, $100 is the lottery. And you know, you're getting $100 going to Walmart. No one's worrying about a thing. It's just good time. It's a good time. No one's worrying about anything that's going home. You're with your friends. You're going shopping. Like, you see everyone's faces. You're talking to people you didn't talk to at Walmart, asking them, what did you get? What did you get? You know, just talking to other people, just seeing everyone happy, you know, it's just good to see, have a good, you know, little good energy.
Student athletes were pretty cool too, to be interacting with you guys.
Shout out to the Huskers. Shout out to the Huskers.
It is a pretty cool event. And I was told by their compliance person that this is one of their favorite events to do, as they look forward to it every year.
Yeah.
And so we never have a missing sport. Typically, obviously volleyball's been an issue recently because they're always in the championship stuff. So
yeah,
I mean, we take what we can get, but it's fun to see you guys interact with those student athletes too, because how many times do you get to do that with the Division I athletes?
I remember when Adrian Martinez was here, I told him to follow me. He was budging a little bit, but then he finally followed me. And I was a seventh grader, you know. I was happy. I got a follow from Adrian Martinez. Shout out Adrian Martinez.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that would probably be my favorite time, honestly. Or I could talk about prom. Prom was a good time because I'm a kid who loves fashion. I like I like to look good. So, you know, being able to pick out my suit with all my best friends at the time, just can't be more happy.
What?
No?
Lighthouse had a prom?
Yes, sir. Lighthouse had a prom.
Yeah, and nobody that's listening knows what that is. So Lighthouse did a prom because we wanted to give our young people an opportunity to experience the whole package of that and not have to worry about it. So we would go out and get their tuxes. The ladies got to go out and get their prom dresses and their shoes, and they'd get their hair, makeup, and nails done. Then I had a group, elite party buses, that brought their buses over and take the kids out on the town. We'd go take pictures, come back for a formal sit-down dinner that Michelle would make. And I'm talking restaurant, wonderful food, and then would do that prom, and then we'd do an overnight lock-in. So it'd be the whole package. And the only thing they had to do to qualify was to do a gender-specific etiquette training so we could just teach them some of the finer arts of when you're looking that good, you should also be acting this good. So yeah, that's all they had to do to be a part of it.
Yeah, but I do have a confession.
Whoa.
So when we went to go take pictures at the state capitol, I fell off the bus. It's pretty high. I fell off the bus, but I think I tore something in the suit. I stayed quiet about it though, but sorry, I had to confess about that.
You've been holding on this long.
yeah.
Statute of limitations is run on that. So you got some time.
And the people that we partner with know that we're doing it for a good cause, so that kind of thing happens. No. I promise you, people in weddings probably do more damage than you guys did to yours.
Oh, okay.
Just, I've been to a few weddings. I see how people act.
It makes me feel a little better.
Okay, Jay, tell me what your favorite time is.
I think that I'd have to just probably go back to the beginning when you and Pete had me come out to Lighthouse. It was 10 years ago. It was 2015. It was your 25th year. And Bill knew that, I've got a cousin who's a global celebrity, Gabrielle Union, and they were asking if I could, maybe try to get them to come to the Lighthouse. And I felt honored because that's my family. And, I got in touch with them and we got it to work out. And they've got a tight schedule everywhere they go, but we made about an hour's worth of time to come to Lighthouse for her and Dwayne to come and actually look at that deal.
And were you there?
I think I was still a fifth grader. I remember seeing pictures.
Okay.
Though. I was a little jealous.
Well, Peyton probably got to go because I'm his dad.
Yeah, Peyton was there. Peyton was there. Yeah, Peyton was there. But it felt good for me to have them come see what you guys were doing, Bill and the staff at Lighthouse is doing, for them to see that personally, and for them they were blown away by what the Lighthouse had to offer. They really were. Dwayne, I remember him making a statement saying that if he had something like that in Chicago where he was at, obviously his life turned out pretty good, but what kind of, but just having something like that to go to every day would have been just, that much more beneficial to him. So that was probably the best thing for me, is just getting them there and letting everybody talk to them and get pictures and just see that they're regular people. But you know what? That was cool.
And that started a relationship.
It did. It started a big relationship.
And I happened to become very close with his sister Tregill.
Mm-hmm.
And cool that you brought that up, because she's actually going to be on one of these shows and Zoom in.
That's awesome.
And then when she comes back, she's going to actually come be on the show.
That's awesome.
That really was all to do with that relationship that you started, though. And that's really what Lighthouse is all about, again, relationships.
It is. Yeah, it is. So, but that was it. That was, and we'll see, what we can do. So I'm still pushing on that
Hopeful.
A little bit. So yeah, I'm very hopeful. So we'll see what happens this year.
I'd ask George and Harrison, but they haven't been there yet. So
not yet. Hopefully in the future.
Once they walk in the door, it's over. You'll never want to leave, and that's been kind of a cool thing. And that's real. We have volunteers that come, don't want to leave volunteering. They want to keep staying. They want to work at Lighthouse. Kids, they graduate and say, can I get hired at Lighthouse? I'm a former youth. My wife's a former youth. Isaac's a former youth. So people just want to come back and give back. Mm-hmm. It's a special thing. And it's really hard to explain for people. And I always say, come experience it. Mm-hmm. People want to do a tour. I'm like, you don't want to do a tour unless we're open, because you're not going to see the magic that's happening there. You're going to see a building. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you stories, but it's different when you see it with your own eyes, and you see the respect the kids have and how much they're enjoying their time there. Even when they're having tough times, they have a place to go and share with my wonderful staff that are trusted adults in their life. And that's what everybody needs.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have that
family
sense of hope.
aspect. That's the family aspect that I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
And those kids, at the end of the day, they just want someone to be proud of them. That's it. They want, to have somebody acknowledge somebody that they look up to or they love, to say, hey, you know what, you did a good job.
Right.
Put your arm, give them a hug. It goes a long way. It really does. A little thing like that, you never know what that's going to do for that young person's life. So
People are going to think that I gave you a script or something, because I'm going to share my favorite time at Lighthouse, and that's achievement night. Achievement night is my favorite time, and that's where we give awards away to our young people that are exuding our core values. And we invite their parents and family members or whoever they want to invite to this sit down dinner. And there's always over 100 people there. And Michelle cooks for that too. She does some amazing things, I'm telling you. But that night turns emotional for everybody. My young people come up. They've never spoken in front of anybody. They've never been awarded anything. And I ask them to speak a few words. At first they say no. And then they find the courage and they share. And then all of a sudden they're giving thanks to their family, my staff. And then all of a sudden there's not a dry eye in the house just because parents are now feeling pride that they didn't even know existed in them, that somebody's believing in a child that a lot of people have already given up on. And now they're up there getting an award for something and seeing a spark in them for the very first time. And how can that not be one of my first moments of joy, is seeing all of that come together as a big family, sharing dinner together, having a speaker come passionately speak about the work that we do with young people and the importance of giving them pathways and support and hope.
That's super cool.
Very closely followed by graduation day. We go to their graduations, and sometimes we're the only ones hooping and hollering for them. And I always warn them, we're going to embarrass you today. We're going to be loud. And we get a pass from administration because they know what we're there doing. And a lot of times what that path looked like to get them there. And sometimes there's a lot of heartache and a lot of hard work that goes into it. And so we want to show that exuberance of joy that they made it to the finish line.
That's real awesome. I'm curious about the reactions you get from some of the parents too, because some of those parents are busting their tails, and they don't get that extra time I'm sure they'd want with their kids. But what is kind of some of the things you hear from the parents? I'm sure you have some great just appreciation stories, knowing that the community is also looking out for them.
Well, yeah, and I get parents sometimes. So you're right. We get families that come up that are so thankful, and I'm asking my staff to have them record that, like in writing or something, just so we can continue to have those words as quotes from our parents, because that's an important piece to it too. We have always lived by the standard that our parents are not the problem. They're doing what's on their tool belt and what they're capable of doing. We're there to help fill those gaps and the bridges. So I oftentimes see parents at the worst times too. They come in angry, upset, and I sit down and talk to them. By the time we're done, we're hugging. And they're so appreciative of the things because now they have a perspective. And I appreciate that they're fighting for their young person. And I tell them that. And I say, but you have to realize we're here for a purpose too. And I have a bigger thing that I'm driving. And I have to be this aware for all the students that I serve and not just yours. So if yours is causing a problem for the bigger group, I have to address that, because I have to create safety. And you're going to want me to do that for your child too. And they're like, 100% agree with you. And so it's pretty cool when you give time and listen to people on how they're going to change very quickly from that anger, disappointment, frustration that they often hit with. They go to school. Sometimes they don't get listened to or heard because of the anger. People shut down. We have a different environment where we can take a little more time, and I can do that. And I actually ask my staff that if a parent wants to come up, that it's my job to do that and not theirs.
That's awesome, because I really do. It's like, some of those parents, especially when they're like working two jobs, and I think some of them feel like they failed, their kids, and they want that extra time. And it's just big. 'Cause it's like, I don't know if it's kind of like we failed them, in certain areas economically. So it's great to have that resource for them. And it is good. It's just more community looking out for everybody. That's awesome. And it's awesome you guys take time, not just students. I think the parents, again, bring the whole community together. That's where this thing really drives.
Yep. And so one last comment on parents is I had a young lady at Lighthouse that was talking to me how frustrated she was about her mom. And her mom didn't see her, was always complaining, was riding her and all that stuff. And So my perspective is I go, yeah, that does suck. And wouldn't it be nice if she could see some of the good things that are happening? I go, is she capable of doing that? What education does she have around it? What support does she have around that to be able to do that? Have you helped her and explained to her what you need out of that relationship? Because sometimes we're doing what we can do and what we know. And it just takes you asking me, hey, can you just acknowledge one good thing that I've done today? And then that just helps the whole relationship. And it gives a different perspective for that young person to give a little bit more grace to the parent that is working their tail off to even give them a safe place to live.
Well, I to interject about that too with parents. I mean, I think so much of what you're talking about that's helpful is just making them feel seen.
Right.
You know, when I worked in the juvenile court system, obviously a lot of issues that a youth is encountering are related to not having adequate whatever, you know, whether that's, you know, food, shelter, like I said, mental health care. And sometimes then the finger gets pointed at the parents. And people start saying, well, you know, parents should do that. But then you start talking to the parents and you find out, well, they're working 3 jobs and they're a single parent and they're trying to make sure they can, you know, meet all those needs. So, you know, to your point, it's really important to have, you know, an understanding of how they're busting their tail too. And I think it's really cool that you go out of your way to make sure they feel seen, because a lot of times it's bigger than just one thing. And I think, you know, having, you know, the youth that you work with say what they need, and then talking to the parents about what they need. And it's teaching that communication that's so helpful too. Because you just, sometimes all you got to do is ask for
That's
what
right.
you need. And it can be a game changer in that kind of conversation.
Yep. So with that, we're going to go to break and we'll be back here in a few moments.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Ever wonder what it's like to work for a company that actually cares? At Lincoln Industries, they're revolutionizing local manufacturing while taking care of their most valuable asset, their people. When you join their team, you'll enjoy comprehensive health coverage, wellness initiatives that work around your life, and benefits that show they're serious about your future. Plus, you'll be a part of a proud manufacturing tradition right here in the community. Don't just take their word for it. Visit LincolnIndustries.com to see all their current opportunities and find out why their people love calling Lincoln Industries home.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in the winter, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep your clubs out year-round. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues begin in February. Get signed up today. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex at West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call at 402-590-5800.
Since discovering Limitless Mail, thousands of men have changed their lives. They've experienced more energy, sharper thinking, fat loss, muscle gain, and a boost in sex appeal. Men are loving life again, and it hasn't gone unnoticed. Wives, kids, even coworkers are seeing the difference. Limitless Mail is a guy changer. We provide custom treatment plans to ensure both safety and maximum benefits. Don't settle for cookie-cutter solutions. Limitless Mail is the powerhouse in men's health. Schedule your free consult.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and we wanted to give a special shout out to all of our great customers, thanking you all for a record-setting year in 2024. Now let's get the new year rolling with some big savings. Right now at Cobble, we have some of the biggest discounts in the area with over $12,000 off list price or 0% APR on select new models. So stop on in the dealership or hit us up online at cobblecars.com to get true low country overhead in action. $12,000 off list or 0% APR right now at Cobble. So please stop on in or visit us at cobblecars.com. You'll be glad you did.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger. And future stronger you can get started now by saving $28 or more when you join today. You in? We have all the best in-class equipment you could ever need to keep stepping it up. And you can work out your way on your time at any convenient location near you. Most open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends January 31st. See Home Club for details.
Now back to Be a Beacon with Lighthouse on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hello. Welcome back. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a heads up for next week. So next week I'm going to have a couple special guests on that are Matt Baker and Daryl from the gang. I don't want to call it unit, but they work with gangs in the community and the schools. And Matt is a close friend of mine as well, and actually a former Lighthouse youth.
That's awesome.
So again, we're deep. We're like Lincoln High Links. We're everywhere.
Go Leagues.
I was waiting for that one.
So back from break, I'm gonna ask a question similar to what Harrison brought up, but my question for you guys: we're gonna start with Elvis, of course. What do you hope for the future of Lighthouse? What do you hope to see?
So I guess my first thing would say, so let me start off in 6th grade. So I have one older brother, one younger brother, and one was in high school, one was in elementary school. And my mom had to work, so it'd be hard for her to pick us up. So it'd only be my dad. But my dad would only be able to pick us up at 5:30. So me going to a middle school, being the third child, I'd have to find a way to get home. So I would take the city bus to the Lighthouse because my little brother would go to an after-school program, the YMCA after school that they provided at Elliott. So I would take the bus with some friends, the city bus to the Lighthouse, where I'd be able to wait for my dad to pick us up. So I guess I'd say a way of transportation for kids, so kids from other parts of the town be able to see and experience what Lighthouse is about, to be honest.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's crazy? We've talked about that.
Uh-huh.
So put it out there because, I need funding. I need a driver. And
You
need a second adult in the vehicle, all those things.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then my second one would be piggybacking off Dwayne Wade saying, if I wish we had one of these in Chicago, if there was more Lighthouse programs in other cities, other kids from around the world would be able to experience it. I just feel like every kid should experience Lighthouse because it's so many opportunities, so many good things that kids take for granted. So yeah.
Yeah, and I love that. My feedback would be I'd be concerned because we're a special entity because of the people that are there, and so to mimic that in different communities would be the biggest challenge.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be the funding. It would be finding the people that have the passion to change and to give opportunities to young people. That would be the biggest
Mm-hmm.
and hardest problem.
For sure.
You know, I can help provide training, but you still need people with passion and drive. I can't give you that. The person has to come in with that.
Yeah.
Okay, Jay, same question.
I like the conversation about the TIF program, and that's what I really am interested in, because, like we've all said, the college route is not, for everybody. It isn't. The trade thing needs to be. We need to expand on that and really push that, and I like the just the alternate way of maybe. The non-traditional way of maybe attaining some kind of, high school diploma, through the, Lighthouse. I don't know, that'd take a lot of work, but, but that's what I like about Lighthouse. You're always thinking ahead. It's very, forward thinking about the programs, and, basically, evolving as society evolves, which is what I like. That would be my biggest thing, is keep pushing on that, because I think that's huge. Trade jobs. There's a lot of kids that just want to get done with school and they want to go to work, and trades right now, electricians, plumbers, HVAC, there's not a lot of people doing that, and there's going to be a need for that. And, that need, is going to probably pay pretty well for them too.
Banking.
So it's going to be,
they'll be banking.
Yeah. If I could go back, and take the DeLorean back to 1989, I'd probably go that route.
I started that route. I was a part of Stevens and Smith.
Really?
And
Okay.
I did concrete footings and foundations, and actually one of the supervisors from back then, he was the supervisor of my supervisor, and him and I crossed paths again, and now he's like the managing partner. And it's amazing to see all this, and now they're one of our partners in the trades program. And it's just cool to see. And that happened to not be my path for a lot of reasons, but I'm glad. And I don't look back on my life and ever look and have regrets, because I am who I am, and I had to go through everything I've gone through to be who I am today, and to have the thoughts, feelings, and emotion of what I do.
FX.
Yep. Good old George, you're up next.
My turn.
Wait, are you sure? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, there we go. I think a lot of my answers tonight have been kind of criminal justice related, so I'll stick on that train. You and I had a conversation before we came in the studio about, generally speaking, restorative justice practices.
Yep.
And having still working, I'm still a private attorney, but working in the criminal justice system, what we know, both anecdotally and based on data, is the best way to keep somebody out of the system long term is to keep them out of the system when they're a juvenile.
Right.
And programs like Lighthouse are a huge boon to that, because it gives people this opportunity to see an alternative thing to do, provide an alternative path. Finding a way to incorporate Lighthouse into a more structured, like you said, like a restorative justice system, trying to find ways to incorporate these incredible people and this incredible place into a diversion practice, or into some sort of opportunity to say to juveniles, hey, we're going to send you a different direction. We don't think you have to be, brought into the justice system. Because once somebody's in there, it's very difficult, I think, for some youth, not all youth, but for some of them to get out, because things can snowball.
Right.
And, the youth justice system provides a lot of amazing opportunities for people who need it, but certainly not everybody needs that. So utilizing the Lighthouse as a tool in that arena where we can say, you know what, let's send you elsewhere. Let's, you can work with these people and find another option would be huge. So I'd love to see what we could do with that.
You and me both. I mean, that's one of my backgrounds, being, a trainer of trainers in restorative practice. But
right, exactly.
So, Harrison, do you have anything that you wanted to?
Yeah, I'll caveat to everything you guys said. Couldn't agree more. Again, I'll just kind of wrap it up with, I just look forward to see guys like Elvis, that success rate just continue to climb up. I think a big believer in, if you want to do good, it's not just saying the nice things for applause. It's dedicated hard work from within, and then that spreads out over time. And I think that's what Lighthouse is doing. So again, I'm just excited to continue to watch. And like I said, people like Elvis, keeping an eye out for people like that.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Harrison, my guy. Thank you for joining Be a beacon. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place.
Thank
Hope
you.
it's great.